Last time on the Asylum Case Studies.
Quit saying Regina. If there's ever a reason to hate mother-in-laws,
It's Bo Derek.
tracking is the kind stalking. Also, don't act like you've seen something that you haven't fucking seen. I wish that shark was wearing sunglasses. My pants!
And now, the conclusion.
They're flying the airplane, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they knew. I don't remember where they were like, hey, how do you know that? And Finn was like, check it out, NASCAR.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Daytona Beach.
Oh, that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Daytona 500 or whatever.
Yeah.
I was really rooting for the Sharknado on this one.
Oh my God. The fact that you could see this gigantic Sharknado, even if it was just a tornado, everyone in the crowd just kind of stood up and stared at it. You're going to die.
Well, NASCAR fans, am I right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Further proof that this movie is Republic a fuck. There's also the NASCAR cars at fucking Universal Studios, if that hasn't come up yet. So like NASCAR is all over this shit.
Yeah, product placement.
Yeah.
How fucking long were they flying over fucking NASCAR? Because they should have just like passed by it and it's gone.
Honestly.
Even if they were driving next to it, they were driving next to it way too far. But they were flying above it. How many 100 miles an hour going? Like what?
Yeah. From what I could tell, they were flying above the clouds because at some point they were.
Yes, exactly. They do stuff there. It's NASCAR. I didn't even write down the like NASCAR driver cameos because I don't give a fuck.
Honestly, like 5 of them are named Bud.
Their plane goes into a tailspin or something, and Finn's like, I'll land it. Give me the controls. Miracle of fucking miracles. It took them like an hour to cross over a NASCAR, but now they're suddenly in the moat at Universal Studios.
As Sharknado 2 established, Finn knows how to land a fucking plane.
Does he know how to land a plane through a portal? Because there's no way they went from Daytona to Orlando in 0.5 seconds. What the fuck happened there? So
Budget cuts, that's what happened.
No, it was bullshit is what
Director's cut.
They like landed / crashed in this Universal Studios moat. It was fine.
Well, at Universal, people were fucking dying from shark attacks, Sharknadoes, but they were still going on rides.
Yeah. This was the most gratuitous scene of any Sharknado. They slowly walk out of the water, Finn and Nova in their like underwear.
Yes.
What the fuck happened to their clothes?
What happened to their clothes? What the fuck happened to their clothes?
They got burned up in the...
I mean, I know they were wearing flight suits, but like...
But why aren't you wearing flight suits?
You took off the flight suit and just came out in your underwear. Also, when you wear a flight suit, do you just go fucking underwear underneath? I always assumed you wore like a t-shirt and maybe like some jeans or something.
Maybe just a t-shirt.
Maybe just a t-shirt.
Just something. But
yeah.
You can see the t-shirt in Top Gun. You can see that t-shirt underneath the flight suit.
Those things are like heavy material. It's not like they're comfortable. It's not. You're not wearing silk pajamas here.
No, those seams are going to rip you up.
Yeah. Yeah. So they come out in their underwear.
They come out in their underwear and they look behind them specifically so Nova can show her ass in those
Totally.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
I mean, she's out there doing the Lord's work.
I mean, it was a gorgeous ass. Don't get me wrong.
She's got a fantastic ass.
Come on.
I mean, also, this is when I realized just how ripped Ian Ziering got for this fucking role. I mean, he is in the best shape of his life.
Oh, for sure. For this movie.
For this franchise. He's carrying this franchise on his back.
And it's heavy, and that's why he's so fucking ripped.
Fair enough.
April's trying to find Claudia, but Claudia, as you will remember, forgot her phone at New Year's Rockin' Eve roller coaster or whatever it's called.
And you know who has it? Chris motherfucking Jericho.
Her mom's like, there's no app to find your daughter? What the fuck? Which is the most boomer thing to say, but she wasn't wrong.
Right.
Why are you not checking your app if you're this concerned?
Because it's Tara Reid, and no matter what character she's playing is going to be taken down to her level of intelligence.
Ah, there you go. Nailed it.
Even though she's a best-selling author.
No.
Who was the author at the White House?
Jackie Collins.
Jackie Collins. Didn't she say that her book was shit?
Yeah.
She totally, she used her cameo to shit on April's book.
I love it so fucking much.
Yeah, so anyway, stupid April finally figures out that she has a phone app that can find her daughter's phone. 5 hours later,
we cut to a scene where Nova and Finn are getting dressed. It's so cool that they found clothes so quickly.
did they have a duffel bag of clothes with them? I mean, did they take off? Because they were getting out of that army base in a fucking hurry.
Yep.
Did they even need flight suits? What is the benefit of a flight suit?
I don't know, and it makes no sense. And they did have a giant duffel bag. What was in that fucking duffel bag? It was like some Lunchables.
As Ludacris said, what you got in that bag? They got their clothes in there, apparently. They're like, you know what? Let's strip down real quick. Let's put on these flight suits.
No.
And then let's...
I refuse to believe that. I think that they went in fully unclothed, but they had a second outfit, and they were just like, in case we shit ourselves, we're going to have these just in case. Because you know we will.
I equate it in my head to like going to the beach and then put on your swim trunks when you get there, but you're in the back seat of the car and you're like awkwardly lifting your legs to get your legs in the trunks. Did they do that in the plane?
No, they did that in the moat.
Oh, but I mean to get the flight suits on.
Oh, yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
But once they crashed, they had to do
They're
that.
like, all right, you take the controls. I'm going to put on my flight suit now.
Yes, that's what they did. And then they showed off Nova's ass, and then they did that in the moat to get their clothes back on.
Right. All right. I'm glad that we could sort that out.
Yeah, me too. So now April finally figures out that she can track her daughter with her phone. And she goes to the super cool rock and roll roller coaster. Jericho's like, I'm busy. Follow me. What?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
I honestly think that they were like, hey, Chris, you do some improvisation in your line of work. Just go with it. He's like, but what am I even doing? He's like, I don't know. You know, just fucking like speak from your heart. And he's like, I'm busy. Come with me. I didn't really get that. So here on the roller coaster.
Super real quick. As Nova and Finn are running through trying to find everybody, that's when Jerry Springer stops them and is like, hey, can you take my picture with this fake shark? Which implies that he is at this amusement park by himself and there's utter chaos all around them. People are screaming and running and he just wants a photo with this fake shark. Guess what? It's a real shark and it eats him.
Oh, I know. It begs so many questions, though, because there was obviously like some sort of setup for a fake shark. This shark was lying there dormant.
That's the Jaws exhibit at Universal Studios.
That's kind of what I figured. So this living shark pulled like the old sharkaroo switcheroo.
Nice.
And then ate the shit out of Jerry Springer.
This shark ate the shit out of Jerry Springer. Finn's like, okay, we gotta go. Like, come on, let's go. And Nova's like, hold on, I'm gonna kill this shark that already killed this other guy. I get it. You want to kill every shark.
Jerry Springer is the only person who has been eaten by guar and a shark in
Is that
Sharknado.
true?
I think so.
I'm gonna have to double check that because that doesn't sound right. There's got to be at least 5 other people.
I mean, if nothing else, some of the extras.
Right. Now we get back to the roller coaster. And April is like, have you seen my daughter? Have you seen my daughter? Have you seen my daughter? To everyone that Jericho's trying to get off.
She can only handle one line.
No, yeah, exactly. The first people she asks are Edward and John Grimes, otherwise known as Jedward.
Were those the blonde twins?
Mm-hmm. They are Irish celebrities from X Factor. I know nothing else about them.
Nope. I was like, they got to be somebody, though, because they're fucking twins that look like Joe Strummer.
Exactly. The other 2 cameos from that roller coaster were Oliver Kalkofe and Peter Rutten. They are German hosts of Die schlechtesten Filme aller Zeiten, the worst movies of all time.
Sprockets.
Yes, only middle-aged and weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut for them to throw in there.
I know. I feel like that was them like, hey, can we get in one of your movies?
Yeah.
Well, come on. You know we love you. Come on. Claudia's friend's dead. She got eaten or
unceremoniously.
Smashed.
Her dude's friend is dead.
Right.
He died at some point.
And it was like, oh, that sucks. Anyway.
Yeah. These kids don't give a fuck about their friends.
No, fuck. They're teenagers. That's how they are. I mean, that's
those
how
friends
my
are
friends
so
were.
last week.
There's a shark on the roller coaster.
I love this shark so much.
Me too. He's having a fucking blast.
Yeah.
He's just going back and forth around. It's he's having such a good time.
Yeah, he's just getting his speed up, getting a little momentum, going around the loop-de-loop part way and coming down twice as fast.
Oh,
having
good
the time of his
times.
life.
He's never had that before. He's never been on a roller coaster.
He's having the best time. The best time since the water slide shark.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are the party sharks.
Yes. Sunglass sharks.
The best kinds of sharks.
I bet they drink Strohs.
Yeah. Like Jabberjaw, he hung out on a beach with a dune buggy and shit.
Right.
He's a party shark, man.
They need dune buggies in this movie.
Right?
Jericho is like, oh, are you looking for this phone? And he
after being like, I don't know what fucking phone you're talking about for like 20 minutes. And he's like, oh wait, this one?
Dude.
And I wanted to bring this up because I thought that this was funny about Jericho's appearance. He's a carny, and wrestling is a total carny business.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is fucking great. And I bet that's why he was like, I'm going to be that guy.
No, he was fantastic. The way he milked his death scene.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, it was a very long death that he was just like thrashing and yelling, and I loved it.
Yeah, he was the only person to be truly happy to be in that movie.
For sure. Death by butt bite. Love it. Finn got stuck on the ride, and it was so great when the ride took off because it just like went off the rails and shot off into space and landed on a building, and then he somehow lands safely.
Picked himself up, dusted himself off, and went for a stroll.
And all of a sudden he has a double-ended chainsaw. What was that?
Didn't Nova leave that for him somewhere?
Probably, but he just
with a note that said like use me.
No, that's later.
Oh, that's later.
Yeah, but he just got catapulted off of a fucking roller coaster. Does he have his duffel bag with him? What's going on with this?
He shook it off like like he tripped over a curb. He went flying through the fucking air through the roof of a building and then landed in a weird neighborhood.
Yeah. It was a weird...
Yeah, like stunt show kind of thing.
Yes, a stunt show. Thank you. It's basically that. I don't know what that is.
I went to the Mr. T or the A-Team one at Universal Studios in California.
Oh.
In Hollywood when I was a kid.
That sounds dope.
I also saw Conan, the Barbarian one, maybe at the same place.
They sound like they had really good stunt shows back then.
The stunt shows back then fucking ruled. I don't know what this one was. It looked
I don't either. It looked like Beetlejuice
It looked like nothing should happen there.
Yeah. It looked like a movie. It looked like a drive-in theater and the yard next to it. It was weird.
Yeah.
When I went to Universal Studios, the only stunt show was like X Factor.
Yeah.
Not X Factor. Fear Factor.
Oh, Fear Factor. So you had to eat like
not a
worms
stunt
and
show.
shit.
That's bullshit.
That is total bullshit.
Show me stunt.
So Finn brutally murders a shark, and then the lights come on, and he's got a fucking cheering crowd. Again, why in the middle of this goddamn Sharknado are these people like, oh, well, it's 5:00, the show's about to start. These people have no priorities.
There's a whole scene where he reunites with his family, and Nova's pissed because he reunited with his family.
She's so mad that he has a family.
But after this, they go to a movie theater. Shark Wedding or something was the movie in the theater.
No, wasn't it Three-Headed Shark? It wasn't?
Well, on the marquee, it said Shark Wedding. I don't know what they were actually showing.
I think that the movie that was being shown was Three-Headed Shark.
I did not notice that, and I've seen that movie, and I love it, but I did not notice that. But I also looked away a lot.
Because the effects were too realistic?
Yeah, it scared me a lot. I was watching this scene. I was like, wow, that looks a lot like that one guy. And then I looked it up, and holy fuck, what the fuck is he doing in this movie?
Oh, George R.R. Martin, right?
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. I was like, nah. And again, I didn't bother to look it up because I was like, fuck it.
The first time around, I was like, no, it's just some guy that looks like that guy.
But it's really fucking him.
It's really fucking him.
Yeah.
How?
That's a major get.
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, because Game of Thrones, that was like the height of its fucking...
That was like the end all be all at the time.
Yeah. I mean, I watched 2 or 3 seasons to catch up to the current season, and I did it all in like 2 weeks.
Absolutely. 2015. It had already been going for a while. How? I don't know even what to say.
Do you think they were like, all right, this one's a long shot, but let's send him a letter?
Yeah, that's the letter I expect to get someday.
Yeah.
I know this is a long shot, but do you want to do this asylum movie?
And you know it's all snail mail.
Telegram. Do you want to be in our movie? Stop. The next shot is this guy screaming. He's like, where are the keys? Where are the keys? As he goes up to the NASCAR cars, his last line is, where's the handle? And then he gets eaten by a shark immediately. Why does he think that he can get the keys? He's just some rando off the street, and these are NASCAR replicas.
Yeah.
What are you doing, sir?
Oh, and let's note that the NASCAR drivers that we were promised for autographs never showed up.
Nope. Fuck those guys.
Fucking Babs.
Always
Lion-ass Babs.
Fucking Witch Mountain ass bitch. You see Harvey Levin, and my question about Harvey Levin, why does he have a fake name and nobody on the Today Show has a fake name?
I have no idea.
I didn't write down what his fake name was, but I was like, what? Oh, he's not legit like fucking Hoda and Kathy Lee?
Yeah,
Shut
right.
the fuck up.
Like Matt fucking Lauer.
Thank you.
Showing up again.
Why? Oh, this is before anyone knew, but
It
why?
is before anybody knew.
We are at the part where Hoda and Kathy Lee break wine bottles to battle sharks.
Oh, right.
And I hate them so fucking much.
I don't hate Hoda. She reminds me of my mom.
That's fair. I hate your mom. My point is they're not funny.
I don't hate her, but my therapist tells me I should.
Oh, snap. I got to email your mom.
My mom's never going to hear this podcast. She doesn't even know what a podcast is. I have to explain it to her every time I tell her I'm coming over here.
I have questions, but I'll keep going. They all decide they're going to go in the famous universal globe to protect themselves. How do they know that even opens? How do they know that's going to save them? How do they know it's not going to hurt other people? Gets blasted off of where it was. It lands on top of some weird-ass tower.
I was so confused by this whole thing.
It made no fucking sense.
Yeah, so they end up on top of this tower. They're like on the outside of it. And like, we got to think these things through. And
the next shot, they're out.
down on the ground again.
Like, how did you?
Yeah.
If it was so bad.
There was no fucking helicopter to retrieve them.
Who cares about thinking about the future if you're just automatically on the ground after you make a bad mistake? Like,
yeah,
what?
It's like your video game character died and then like, your next life started on the ground where it should be.
It's also really nice and sunny now. There's still a Sharknado, but it's really nice. And it looked like Bo Derek found some Visine because her eyes were clear and white now. She's also getting taken away by an ambulance. I don't know. Something happened.
Because she sobered up and she realized what movie she was working on.
Oh, shit. I got a dip, you guys. I'm so sorry.
I think I'm just dehydrated.
Nova's like, okay, we got two plans. We can wait for the storms to merge and then we can destroy them. Or we can get all these nuclear weapons out.
You said it like George W.
I know. I always do.
Down in Washington.
Shut up. And so Finn's like, okay, tell me about the first one again, because nuclear bombs are fucking crazy. And she's like, cool. Okay, all we need to do is get NASA involved because we need flames 60 miles high, burning at temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun. What?
Right?
Can anything at NASA actually do that? I don't know.
Fuck no. I think that if something was hotter than the fucking sun,
Thank
it would
you.
burn right through the goddamn earth.
Thank you.
And we'd all be dead.
And it's 60 miles long? Like
60 miles.
If it was just a tiny pebble of hotter than the surface of the sun, okay, fine, I'll give you that. But 60 miles?
60
like, what the fuck?
miles.
But no, it's fine because apparently there's some secret something at NASA. No fucking problem.
Did they bring that up before or after they go to meet Finn's dad?
This is before Finn's dad is
okay.
even a glimmer in his eye. But they did find the keys to the NASCAR cars because that's how they got to
Right. They
NASA.
tore out of there after Babs bit it.
Babs like, no, I'm going to lose my job. But no, she's dead instead.
And that's another reason why I thought she just worked there. I mean, maybe she does fucking work there.
I mean, who's to say?
I don't fucking know what her career's like these days.
I don't either.
She could be fucking employee of the month.
She was a great employee.
She was trying her damnedest. She was climbing that universal ladder.
That leads to that globe. So now we go to a diner with Hasselhoff hanging out with Penn and Teller.
Who are war buddies?
Apparently. They are space war buddies because they're all astronauts, apparently.
Yeah, but like Penn was like, I flew helicopters in Da Nang or like whatever. And like it's telling all these Nam stories and shit. This is another example. I don't know if we had just talked about it or if we mentioned it earlier, where like nobody talks like they've ever had a real conversation ever.
Yep.
Because I refuse to believe that these guys just like sit around talking like this.
Dude, you told me that story like an hour ago. Can you chill it with the Vietnam shit? I'm so sick of hearing about it.
Yeah, it's like they only speak in like Vietnam stories.
Like instead of using memes, they just talk about Vietnam.
Yeah. Yeah, it's or like emojis. Like crashing helicopter emoji. My buddy got his leg blew off by a landmine emoji.
Oh, I love that for them.
Were Penn and Teller both wearing Hawaiian shirts?
I
think they were. They were going for that kind of war vet look. Like wife beater and Hawaiian shirt.
Yes, the Magnum PI vet.
Yeah. The Robin Williams Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, I hate all of this conversation.
I know, it's terrible.
Hasselhoff owns this diner they're hanging out in, and I wanted nothing more than to see him eating a cheeseburger, being belligerent and slurring his words.
Didn't he call the waitress toots or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he just casually sexually harasses the staff.
Yeah. He also, when Finn comes in, is like, hey, is that Claudia? She's a lot prettier than I remember. Like, that's your granddaughter, and you are being gross.
Sick.
He was like, make sure.
Also, it was Tara Reid, like, I'll do the movie, but you have to write into the script that I'm pretty.
No, he was talking about his granddaughter, not Tara Reid.
Shit.
Yes, and he was like,
even weirder.
Yeah, make sure she calls me Colonel or whatever his title is. Like,
yeah.
Stop. No. No.
Gross.
No.
Unless he was talking about Nova.
No, he said Claudia.
He did say Claudia, but he doesn't know who Claudia or Nova are. And then it was
Either
established
way,
at some point that he had a crush on Nova.
Right, but if he said Claudia, he thought he was talking about
he totally thought he was talking about his granddaughter either way.
No.
Yeah,
it.
fair. I'm sorry that I was being a dude and trying to justify his disgusting behavior.
No, it's cool.
It's cool because the 65-year-old retired astronaut thought that the 25-year-old hot girl was his granddaughter.
So it's cool because he just wanted to fuck a girl that wasn't his granddaughter, but thought that she was. It's fine. I don't know what the problem is.
Oh, God. I'm going to get Me Too'd for that one, like, belatedly.
I'll make sure and put a note in the show notes for that. Finn explains his plan to his dad. Nova walks in. She never found a shirt. She's walking around in her bra and a jacket. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you do you, girl.
I mean, I know it's Florida and it's probably hot and muggy and
yeah, and she's wearing
bullshit.
A full-ass jacket. I'm fine. Whatever. They cut to the Today Show, and it's the four of them. Like
El Roker.
Yep.
Was it Hoda and Kathy and Matt Lauer?
I don't know who the two women were. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what the lineup was back then, but I did watch it a lot back then.
That's weird.
Reason.
I don't care for that.
Yeah.
But they're talking about how bad the Sharknado is, and one of the ladies like, oh, like a full Sharknado haboob. And I had to look that up because
haboob.
I don't. Do you know what that is?
I thought the same thing.
It's a violent sandstorm, so it doesn't even apply because it's sand.
What the literal fuck?
I don't. She's trying to be smart and
a boob.
Ended up being stupid because you said boob and also it doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Idiot. So they get to NASA. Guess who's going to help them out at NASA? I love this fucking cameo. Jonesy Jones is Michael Winslow, you may know from Police Academy.
Oh,
As
yeah.
the sound effects guy. He only does one half-hearted sound
Yeah,
effect.
he
and
really
it made me
doesn't dip
sad.
into it.
It made me really sad.
It did make me sad, too.
Do some space sounds. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
You're in NASA.
Come on. Like a laser gun. He makes the joke about the aliens, right? No, that's not him. Shit.
Yeah, racist. It
Now
was
I
different
also
guy.
look like I think every black person is the same person. I'm not doing myself any favors
No,
at this
you're-
one.
No, you're really not.
For that matter, I mean, the movie didn't really flesh out any of these characters
No,
whatsoever.
absolutely not.
So,
They were just like, here's a new person.
yeah,
You won't see them after this scene.
Yeah.
That's fine.
they just shuffle him in and out.
It's also established once again that everybody hates that Finn is a hero. Like,
Most of all, his fucking dad.
yes. So fucking jealous. We get it. You're an astronaut, bro, who never got to see space. Chill the fuck out.
Yeah, be happy. You finally get to go.
Exactly.
Your son's making your dream come true.
To die in space.
Or does he?
No, he does.
Yeah, he does. On the moon.
So Nova is like, hey, family of Finns. I can't believe Finn's going up in that shuttle. And April's like, he's what?
Yeah.
Did you not know the plan? What's going on, you guys? We need to all...
They are not on the same page.
No.
That is a dysfunctional family.
There's the shot where he's in his flight suit walking to the shuttle, and it's slow motion, and there's heavy blues music.
Yeah, and it's
it
like,
was-
I'm a badass.
Ugh, I hated it so much.
Yeah, it was
Worst music
real
choice.
dumb.
Ugh.
It was like somebody was trying to write a Kid Rock song. AI wrote a Kid Rock song, and they did a really good job of writing a shitty Kid Rock song.
You know what it was? It was the band Quint, who is...
Oh,
the
it was
Sharknado-
Quint.
Mhm.
I noticed that this soundtrack had some Teenage Fan Club on it,
Oh,
which I
really?
was really impressed by.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So April's chasing after him. There is the longest scene of them bickering back and forth. No, I have to go and save the world. And she's like, no, stop saving the world. She hates when he saves the world.
She really does.
Stop.
I mean, he's the foremost expert on Sharknadoes.
If anybody. It was really funny, though, because she almost died. She's pregnant and she's like holding on to some. Like...
Yeah, did you see when her mechanical hand like dug into the fucking metal?
It was like a Terminator movie or something, only shitty.
Yeah, something blew open. And then for some reason, she went on the space shuttle.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, let's get you in a flight suit. Wait, you got flight suits on the shuttle too? Why didn't
Right.
we have to get dressed down here?
Also, she had no lines after that for like a really long time. Even like occasionally they'd just be like, you okay back there? And she like, give a nod.
Every once in a while, they show a shot of her face terrified.
Yeah.
That wasn't about the
I mean,
the
but that's
space
like her
shuttle.
resting face.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't understand what's going on at NASA after this because both Claudia and her new boyfriend and Nova are going all over NASA trying to help people and shooting sharks. Nova comes up to this one guy who got attacked by a shark. She's like, are you okay? And he's like, no, I'm not good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. And a shark is like coming at them and she loads up her gun with something. No, that is actually Benefit brand mascara that she is shooting at the sharks.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
How?
Yeah, and the dude on the ground is like, now's not the time to be putting on makeup or whatever. And she's like, oh, yeah, it is, or some shit. It's
Whatever
like,
she
these are
said.
functional fucking bullets
Right.
that are mascara.
That makes no sense
What
whatsoever.
was it? Actual Benefit?
Yes.
It was. So that was
Yes.
product placement.
It was
That
product
was
placement.
the best
because-
product placement in the whole fucking movie.
For sure. Oh my God. I looked at it. The mascara is called They're Real. And you can see it in the like.
She
bullet
says
case.
they're real.
Yeah.
That's fucking right. God damn, that is by and far the best product placement in the whole movie.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe in any movie ever.
Yep. She's like, okay, I shot that shark. Bye. The guy's still just like laying there.
He's like, you're not going to save me now?
No, he's like, bye. And he's like, mascara shotgun. What?
Captain Obvious.
So now they need a hole in the Sharknado to fly into space. So Nova has to get another plane and make a hole or something. Claudia's new boyfriend, I think his name is Billy or Bobby or some shit. He doesn't know how to fire a gun and he doesn't like
And then his name is Daddy.
Oh, after they make out, he's like, you go in. I'll be there in a second. And he gets, for lack of a better word, stabbed by a full shark in the midriff. He did.
Yeah. And then the blood is like running underneath the door. And she's just like fucking horrified. And she will die a virgin.
Fingers crossed. So she can go to heaven.
Once again, Sharknado movies hate love.
Absolutely.
Some of the most cynical conversations and ideas and demonstrations of love that you will see in any stretch of cinema.
Republicans.
Fucking Republicans. They hate love.
They do. They hate people is the thing.
They hate themselves.
Yeah. So we're back in the shuttle with Dad and Finn and April just sitting there terrified. Gilbert's like, it's cool, Finn. It's just like riding a bike, which would be fair if he had ever flown a space shuttle ever. But that means absolutely nothing if you've never done that or anything close to it. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Does he not forget that you eat shit 1,000,000 times on a bike before you learn how to ride one?
Just like riding a bike, you're going to die.
Yeah. Except this one's going 60 miles up with heat hotter than the sun.
Yep. There's a bunch of science junk. Like they release stuff into stuff. Am I wrong?
No, that's fair.
Thank you.
Yeah. There's not a lot that happens. And
I feel like a lot of this was like, look how cool this NASA stuff is. And it's fine. That's fair. NASA's pretty cool, but I don't. Nope. Mm-mm.
But all of this is in service to
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah, which is pretty great. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty great.
It's pretty great, but also delivers a big win for Reagan. As a kid, when the Star Wars thing was like,
why do you think they named it that?
I was an obsessed fucking Star Wars kid.
Of
You know,
course.
born in '76, right before the first one came out.
Yeah.
When I would hear Star Wars on the news as a kid, and especially the president talking about it, I was just like in awe. I loved Reagan as a baby,
Oh my God.
as a little child.
Let me tell you a story. When he got shot, I sent him a get well card that I drew, and he sent me, the White House sent me a thank you card, and it's in my baby book.
Oh my God.
Talk about propaganda. We're going to talk about Star Wars, and kids are going to fucking love us because we said Star Wars.
Totally. Like we'd never get old enough
to learn things.
to see the prequels and stop loving Star Wars.
2 words. Jar Jar Binks, bitch. Okay, that's 3.
Me's a vote for Reagan.
There's a cameo in NASA. George H. Diller. I assume it's a cameo. Yes.
Husband of Phyllis?
Yes.
What?
No.
No. God damn it.
He's the retired public relations specialist for NASA.
Oh my God.
But
That's the driest fucking cameo ever.
And it was. Every time they showed him, he was like, I'm acting, you guys. But cheers.
It's like a participation award.
Yep. So then they kill the Today Show host.
Yeah.
Finally.
Matt Lauer deserved it, and anybody who knew about his behavior fucking deserved it. And I wish it wasn't a fake shark movie. I wish it was a real shark event.
Same, dude. Al Roker, he has a place in my heart, but...
Yeah, same. But you know what? The people that I worked with at Bloomingdale's, who were older gay men, all called him homophobic.
Oh, well then fuck him.
Yeah. I don't know what their reasoning was. I never got clarification. I think that he just had a casual attitude about making fun of gay people on the air. Possibly.
I'll take it at face value. I'm
Yeah.
into it.
If the gay people say that he's a dickhead and homophobic, I'm going to believe them.
Absolutely. I'm team gays.
Same.
They have to get some codes or something from a French guy, and they're doing like some weird Zoom call with this French guy who is obviously in somebody's bedroom with a NASA pencil holder in front of him.
I know. And I was like, wow, they really phoned it in on that little scene. But then like a guy walked in the background and I was like,
oh, this is right.
Oh, wait, they actually spent a little bit of time to be like, somebody should pass in the background. Or it was totally accidental and they just fucking rolled with it.
It's the guy who lives there. He's
It
like,
made
oh,
that
shit,
scene,
am I in
though.
the shot?
It totally made that scene.
It did.
It was like it was filmed over COVID. And he was freaking out from his fucking work from home job.
Apparently, I know nothing about French people because I was like, boy, this guy certainly is French. Yeah, he actually is. He is French AF, and he's done a bunch of French movies.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Including voiceovers for French versions of Asylum movies.
Whoa.
What?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Asylum must reward some of their people with Sharknado roles, right? You know, if you do these 5 shitty movies, you'll get that one Sharknado check.
Exactly.
For 5 minutes of work.
Yeah.
You'll get paid the same for an entire movie.
So now they got Star Wars lasers shooting up the Sharknado?
Not yet, because Gill had to go out to the satellite to do the manual reboot.
I just didn't care, so I didn't put that in there.
Well, you know, this is when I tuned back in.
But once they start talking about tech junk or science junk, I'm just like, stop talking about things.
Yeah, that's white noise to me, but I can at least pick up on the plot points.
You're a better man than me. So these lasers are killing all the Sharknadoes, and there's a shot of these 3 kids walking out of a house.
Dude. Okay, so I took full note of this. They are in fucking tatters. They look like the saddest fucking waifs this side of the fucking orphanage. But everybody else that is recovering from all these goddamn Sharknadoes don't have a fucking scratch on them.
What the fuck were they doing inside that house? They just left.
Seriously, the worst things of the entire Sharknado happened behind the 4 walls of that fucking house.
Thank you. They were having some sort of Lord of the Flies going on inside of this small house.
It was weird. It was really weird that they decided that those were the kids that were going to be the dirty, fucking tattered clothes people when they were hiding in a fucking house the whole time. But you go out to a scene on the street and everybody's whites are fucking white and crisp.
They're all just happy. And
they're just happy to be around.
It's so great.
Yeah.
It's over.
It was like that. It was like the summer of COVID, the first summer where like everybody was like, okay, it's okay if we go outside now. I've been saving my nicest clothes for this day.
I steamed it and everything.
Yeah.
I think that the first shot that they did of this movie were the kids walking out of the house and they're like, that's too much work. Let's just have normal people walking around outside. It's fine.
You're probably right.
Yeah,
it sends a really weird message.
Yeah, it was weird.
They could have reshot that. Do it clean and then do it dirty.
Do it clean, then tear the shoulders off the t-shirts, then shoot it again.
That's probably what it was like. It was probably like, no, this is all wrong. Come here, kid. Like, little rip here, throw some dirt in your face.
Tease that girl's hair.
All right, let's do that again.
It's a little weird, yeah.
Yeah,
Make it look like she's been sleeping on it weird. It's fine. There's like a whole fuel situation that I don't understand, and I glaze over it because it's science tech stuff. I don't care. But they cannot rescue the dad.
Yeah, there's not enough fuel. They can either make it back into the atmosphere or go rescue him and then just all die in space.
Yeah, but that makes no sense.
And Finn's like, fuck it, Dad, I'm coming for you.
And then there's sharks. Sharks are in space.
And they're breathing and living and
but also
not exploding.
This line was intentionally goofy as hell, so I don't want to love it, but it was still great. Because his dad says, sharks in space. And I know that was intentionally supposed to be so hilarious, but I still love it, regardless of how cheesy it is.
I mean, that's why we love these movies, despite hating them. And
yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'll just embrace it.
You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, once you buckle up for a Sharknado ride,
it's all over.
Yeah, you just got to take it all in stride. Just give it a big warm hug and
let it drip all over you.
I mean, even for all the fucking shitty, stupid Michelle Bachmans in this movie, it's the best thing that they've ever done.
Oh, yeah, Michelle Bachman, yeah, no, I agree.
Everything else that those people have ever done is deplorable, including being born, so...
You know what? Straight facts.
Yeah. It's not fake news.
So there's sharks in the shuttle now. This is when Finn pulls out his duffel bag once again, and that's when the note is on his...
right.
And she says, squeeze me or squeeze this or something. Nova. It was weird.
There was definitely like a sexual connotation to it.
Girl, come on.
Yeah. She just never stops being thirsty.
That's fair, but come on.
Except when Frankie Muniz is around. Because she had no interest.
So he does. He squeezes it or whatever. And it's a laser saw. What? I have some questions here. Why is this the first time we're seeing a laser saw? A laser saw can work on Earth too. Like, why?
Honestly.
Okay, second, when did Nova have time to build this between all of the nonsense that has been happening so far?
Or had she been hiding it in her duffel bag the whole movie? Did she like grab it from the fucking RV?
Thank you.
And it was just like the secret fucking weapon was the laser saw.
And why were you holding on to it and not letting us see it beforehand?
Does it have a limited battery pack? That would have taken 2 seconds to be like, well, we got the laser saw, but it only lasts for like 5 minutes.
Do you have a USB hub? Because I need to plug this in.
Yeah, but I'm using it for my vape.
And this is when the movie gets to be the delicious end of the sandwich.
Oh my God. This entire sequence is batshit fucking insane. And I loved every minute of it.
Agree.
So.
Tell me.
Let me see if I get this right. April ends up getting eaten by a shark.
That's all that's important.
And so then Finn dives into the mouth of a shark. The wrong shark.
Which I didn't realize until the second watching, but yeah.
Because there's like nothing to tell you otherwise.
Exactly.
You're like, that's the right shark.
Why wouldn't it be? He watched his wife just get eaten by that shark.
And so he dives into the mouth of that shark. And it's a very calculated move. And he's looking around in the fucking gutty what's and being like, April, where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you? And like no answer. Like, and he's just like fucking digging around and like.
First off, the grossest, wet, squelching, disgusting noises. And then he like punctures it to like, and I didn't see this happen, but somehow he got a parachute through.
I didn't realize that he had a personal parachute. I know when like shuttles come in, they have parachutes, but like.
Where the fuck did that parachute come from?
He had parachutes. He had like 5 of them that shot out of the shark's fucking head. And then like the shark floated semi-safely to the beach.
But you know whose shark did not do that?
His pregnant ass wife, April.
Yep.
Those sharks were hitting like fucking.
She would be fucking dead.
Like, who's the Muppet that throws the fish?
I don't know its name.
It was like he was God and he was chucking these sharks at the fucking earth. Like, they were hitting so goddamn hard.
They land.
Yeah.
And Finn reverse births himself outside of the shark's mouth that is now dead.
And that's where the vaginal references begin.
Yeah, begin, but
far
do not
from ending.
End. We hear a chainsaw, which, oh my God, it's April and her
weird improbable handsaw.
Yeah. Finn's like, okay, I hear it coming from this other shark that is not the shark that I was just in. I'm going to go to this shark.
So he goes like knocking around on sharks, like, knock, knock.
Is it you?
April, you home? You in this shark? No? Okay.
And he finds the right shark. No.
So the chainsaw cuts through the shark, right? And then next thing you know, there's a fucking baby being pushed out of this fucking shark wound. Oh, am I wrong?
Correction, that is a doll, but keep
going. Nope, I'm sticking with it. Living baby. So the shark that just crashed to Earth with the pregnant woman, apparently the impact caused the birth.
Spontaneous birth.
Not spontaneous death, which is what should happen when you fucking crash into the earth in a shark.
The baby just got knocked out of her.
Yeah.
She's like, nope.
Poop.
Get the fuck out of my body.
Yeah. So she pushes the baby through the shark wound. And so it looks like it's being birthed from the side of a fucking shark's head or something.
So fucking gross.
And then she comes through, like she's also being birthed by the shark.
Yep. Shark vagina. Side shark
and
vagina.
they're just covered in blood and kissing all gross.
They always do that. They always... I think that they've developed the fetish because they always make out when they're covered in blood.
It's true. I hope they explore that in later movies.
I hope they explore that in therapy and we don't have to see that in later movies.
Some of us are gluttons for punishment. More so than others. You watch a lot more asylum films than I do.
So they're just hanging out. They should be getting medical help, or at least trying
Absolutely.
to get medical help.
And everybody finds them.
Yeah. How the fuck?
Everybody fucking finds them.
Where did they even fucking land?
Okay.
Where the fuck are they?
I kind of remember this from when the space shuttles would go up, but when they would come back to Earth, they'd have to like track them, and they would land in the fucking middle of the goddamn ocean.
Yes.
Like hundreds of miles away from the fucking base.
Yep.
And they go and retrieve them.
Yep.
But these sharks just slapped on a fucking beach where everybody else could just run there.
Yes. They didn't even land in the ocean. Like, I'm sure they were close to the ocean.
They weren't coming back in a space vessel either. They were coming back in random fucking sharks.
With parachutes.
With parachutes. Parasharks.
And she's like, Finn, meet your son. And he's like, a son? Yeah, it's a boy. Shut up. I'm going to name it Gill. I hate you, Finn. I hate you.
My
I
God,
hate you.
Fucking Gill.
Why not?
I don't. Did they ever say his dad's name before that?
Yeah, I think so.
Did they? Because he was like
They
Gilbert.
Yeah.
Gill. I mean, it really was like, oh, we forgot to write this in. So let's beat it to death that the dad's name was Gilbert.
It's like that thing that fish have. You get it?
Yeah.
Do you get it, though? Dustin, you get it? Dustin?
Tressa, are you trying to tell me something?
Do you get it?
Is Gill?
Do you get it?
It's supposed to be punny, right?
Dustin, do you get it?
Oh.
Do you get it?
Oh, I don't know.
Dustin?
Oh,
Do
okay.
you fucking get it?
Maybe
God damn it,
by the time we
Dustin.
watch the fourth movie, I will.
Oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
He looks down. He's like, my wings. Where are my wings?
The dad,
Yeah.
Gill Senior, Gill Double Senior. How does that work? Gill the First.
There's yeah.
Gill the First.
Sure.
Gave. Did we talk about this?
No, we didn't.
He gave Finn the shitty wings that you get when you go on an airplane for the first time when you're a kid, and he was like, "Give these to your son, so he'll always know who his granddaddy was and won't give a shit about you, Finn."
But the fact that Finn was like, oh, fuck, I can't find my wings. Dude, you just landed back on fucking
Seriously, and your baby was born.
How is this your priority? And April's like, oh, I see it. I'm going to go get it.
Yeah.
Thank you so fucking much, April. Without
Who had a much more traumatic landing.
Oh my God. How
She
is
came in
even
with no
walking?
parachutes and gave birth on the way.
How does she have no broken bones? How is she alive?
And we're just talking about Tara Reid right now and not her character in the movie.
That's right. It ends on the most perfect note that any movie has ever ended on, with a part of the shuttle landing on her, question mark?
Question mark. Finn? Question mark? You know, because the one thing that these movies love doing is nodding to French cinema.
It's like their favorite thing ever.
Godard Asylum.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. indeed. Timely reference.
Thank you. I didn't make it.
I know. I'm just giving myself props on that one.
That was quite a journey we went on.
It really was. We've been talking for over 2 hours.
You know what? That's good for us because it's
It
usually
really
like
is.
3 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, not too bad. I kind of can't wait to watch the next one.
I know. I'm really, you know what? I've heard it's the best of the series.
Is that right?
I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I am excited to continue this journey. I actually watched the third one for the first time right after we did the second one's episode.
You're like, oh, this has been so good. I can't wait.
I think I'm going to do the same thing again. I think I was messaging you during that, and I was like,
Yeah,
I can't wait for you to watch this. And it was literally during the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Oh, well, that was some of the best parts
It was
of the
fucking
movie.
phenomenal, yeah.
Would you like to replay your favorite quote from the movie?
Yeah, I didn't take note of a lot of the quotables because they weren't as frequent.
I think you're wrong, but continue.
They couldn't hold a candle to New York. That was like,
I know. That
it was
classic.
only one-liners.
I know. It was good.
I think that I numbed out kind of early. But when Jared Fogle had his fat pants stolen, and
Oh,
my pants, It's my favorite line in the whole fucking movie. No regrets.
That's exactly the one that I had chosen because it is hands down the best line in the movie. My pants! Do you have a better title for the movie? That's okay if you don't, because it's Sharknado.
Yeah, what was the actual tagline of this one, though?
Oh, hell no!
Oh, hell no.
Which is what one of the NASCAR guys says, and I think that's what
Oh, my God. This movie is so Republican.
It's gross.
Anything is better than that.
I know. How about...
Three's Company. Like, anything with a 3 is better than fucking oh, hell no. I don't know, something about a three-peat. Reagan for the three-peat. Yeah. Star Wars Episode 3. Reagan wins.
I didn't even think about the whole Star Wars thing being a nod to Reagan until you pointed that out.
It totally is.
It grosses me out.
Nobody else ever fucked with Star Wars.
No, why would they? That's so stupid.
Yeah, no, it was like, I'm not like a history buff, but looking back, I'm like, that was totally some fucking Cold War bullshit.
100%. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Yes.
I mean, it's just fucking obvious.
Yeah.
And this is where it turns into a weird conspiracy show. Let's just roll it right over. Let's keep going.
All right, cool. And so anyways, I'm pretty sure that Reagan's corpse is in the Universal Studios globe. That's what I've heard, though.
Oh, in his cryogenic chamber.
Yeah, obviously.
Right next to Disney.
Yet.
They had to move Disney off fucking Disney property.
Because he was a racist cuck. I'm just glad I got to call him a cuck.
Cuck's a fun one.
It's so
you know, I do regret that the fucking right wing got a hold of that. Calling somebody a cuck is fucking funny.
It's funny as fuck. No judgments to what you're into.
No, if that's what you're into, cool. But like,
but it's still fucking funny.
But if you're not into that and you get called a cuck, like I could see why it would piss you off a little. Why it would hit a little raw.
Did you have a better name for this movie?
I think the move is going to be to at least take the tagline and come up with a better one.
Going forward, you have to remind me that because that is what we need to do because Sharknado is the perfect name for
Sharknado 3, the Three Amigos. I'm always going to plug my art and my freelance shit. So like if you need an illustrator, I'm pretty awesome. And Tressa can back me up because I have done her a little graphic for the podcast.
You did what?
I did the graphic for the fucking podcast.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
Oh my God, I'll never let you forget.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so you can find me on the Instagrams at TEEVEEI_art. That's all I got.
All that will be in the show notes.
Thank God.
Probably most of the promo.
Okay, so we've been through 3 Sharknadoes now. I didn't do the first episode one with you, but you and I have been through 2.
Right.
You watch the lore build.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And you start to think about it as a whole body of work.
And it's terrifying.
What the fuck are they going to do next? What are these asylum motherfuckers?
I mean, we all know that Tara Reid's in all of them, so how the fuck? Why? Okay, first off, why couldn't they just fucking kill her? Like, just
honestly, cut your losses.
You know she doesn't want to be there.
No.
She just wants the paycheck, which is understandable.
Understandable.
Oh, God, what are they going to do with the baby in the next ones? You know what? It's going to be like his other son, and we never see it again.
They are going to raise it like a good Republican family.
Oh, so they're going to raise it like they raise a building that they tear down? Is that what you're saying? Okay, cool. Cool.
It's going to grow up repressed.
Hating itself, but not knowing why.
Yeah, absolutely. And act out in some horrible way in a very public place.
I don't like where this is going, but thank you, everybody, for joining us, and hopefully you'll listen to us next week. Dustin, say goodbye.
Bye, everybody, and happy Sharknadoes to you.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Asylum Case Studies. Special thanks to artist Dustin Mertz and a very handsome and talented Andy Slater, our mixer and engineer extraordinaire. Make sure to visit us at asylumpod.com, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Spotify, or wherever, so you'll never miss a case study. While you're at it, if you found any bit of enjoyment in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes, or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. Unless you're going to be a dick, then no thank you. So until next time, I'm Tressa Slater, and sharks in space.